So, why I sit here and talk about the space shuttle so long on this topic here is because this is the fire warning sign. They take and they show you these things. We just flying in and out of space. We're exploring, but you don't fly up in the air all of these times just for an exploration of the universe. You've done something that you should not have been done over there. You've done something trying to create a situation where you can disrupt the atmosphere. This is what you've done. Thinking that you have power to change time, that's what you're doing with the spaceship. But you don't have anything. He's making your way to seem foolish, to make it turn everything away so it looks foolish to you. But you don't have any power. You don't have any power. And the end result, you're going to be dug a hole for yourself and your peoples in the United States of America until all you have to do is crawl back into what you envisioned. You can't change time. That's what you will try to do, change time. But the end result will end up in you are creating a pitfall and a snare trap for you and the world where judgment will come. And to that point in time was ordained by God from the beginning. Because the God that who is able to look into time and see what you was going to do and write it down in a book. And you allow your own mind to take you there and implant you in this position where you would take and dig your own grave with a fork. And you go and do it. This would become the biggest joke of all time. This would become the biggest joke of all time, known to any form of life. So what it is. For this reason, I took and drew the two space shuttles. One on the ground and the other in the midst of the air. To give you two stages where the space shuttle could go. And when you see these two spaceships, one on the ground and one in the air, you know there is no hiding place for the space shuttle because he don't have two places he can go. One out in space and one sitting up on the ground. It's a shame. So you don't have two places you can go, one in the air and one on the outer ground. Where can you go? And God have the ability to be in the outer space and on the ground all at the same time. Where could you go? But you don't have two places. You run that spaceship. It flies on it, so what can't fly out into outer space with that fuel tank. I mean, it can't go nowhere else. They can't bring the tank back in without the tank exploded because you have a complicated situation that you're coming into where this thing will explode if you come back in there. So it has to drop that extra fuel tank in the ocean. It can't carry it outside. Look at it. You can't drop that thing outside. That's what I'm telling you. You don't have any place to run and you don't have any place to hide. When your fame and fortune is over, what are you going to do? There's no place to run, no place to hide. You can't do nothing but go up there on this space station and sit there. Come back down here and sit here. If you don't have nobody to fuel that thing up, and God killed the fuel, as I showed you in the prophecy of Daniel, then you don't have no place. God showed me in the vision about Daniel, Job, and Ezekiel. That's what I explained to you in all of my writing. Daniel, Job, and Ezekiel. He spoke this and Ezekiel what I was going to do, and I done did this. You don't have any place to run, and you don't have any place to hide. God spoke this in Ezekiel. I did it and said that, just like He's told me. You are in trouble. The world is in trouble. We're at a crossroad, but yet there's no road to cross. We're at a point in history for the prophecy of Job is being fulfilled. Go to Ezekiel, begin at chapter 1, and read to Ezekiel chapter 14, and you will find that you have no place to run and no place to hide. I wrote these things down, speaking to you, gone through many trials and tribulations in these things, but it was not designed by me, but by God. I just found out today that these was the spoken of in Bible prophecy. I showed you the criteria of Daniel, spoke concerning Job, and spoke concerning Ezekiel the prophet. My God, it just don't look good for the United States of America. Why don't you change? Why don't the world change? It don't look good for the rest of the world. All of these was in Bible prophecy before time, and it's upon us now. For God has spoken over and over again. So I guess the only thing it needs is for us to meet the end of our destiny. I want to tell you one more thing here about Bible prophecy. You can see that God has warned us so many times in this. When He brought us to a point for these three parts of the Bible, Ezekiel, Daniel, and Job, they correspond together. And letting us know that where we were, we could sit and we could talk about Daniel. We could sit, Daniel tells us about the killing of the oil. This was took us over there in World War II, III. And he can kill us by killing the oil. We don't have no place. And he tells us about the innocent man, Job, which would be over there. These are the ones that kept their integrity towards God. Now, in Ezekiel chapter 1, Ezekiel chapter 1 through chapter 10 will tell us how America was going to be killed. Because they don't have but them 4 space shells. They place their integrity towards God upon those 4 space shells they may created for a fleet. Yet they search and defile their own government as if they got millions and millions of these space ships where they can